What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All Things Super. I am one of your hosts, Spider, and I am joined, as always, by the one, the only Mr. VIP, Frankie Washington. How are you doing today, sir?
I am infinitely awesome, Spider. Thank you for asking. I'm throwing up gang signs and I don't care where they land. How are you doing,
You
sir?
might want to be careful what you're throwing up.
All things super, all day, baby, all right there. And then some. It's like having some main courses and some sides for extra. How you holding up?
Oh, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Back again after a little bit of a break, but we are back for a great reason because we are reviewing season 2 of Disney Plus's Daredevil Born Again.
I like how you distinguish that. There's the distinction going on with the distinguished stuff from this side to that side. Not Netflix,
Not Netflix,
Disney, Disney Snap.
Disney Snap.
They still do the Snap, don't they? Do the Snap with the plus?
Yeah, that's
You
their
know,
trademark.
Disney Snap,
But it's not
Ginger
Disney
Snap.
Snap. They didn't name it
Yeah.
Disney Snap.
Oh well, that's a missed opportunity right there.
I mean, everything is plus when it's like on top of what's already been created. You got Paramount Plus, you got Disney Plus.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
there's another.
BET.
Yeah, BET Plus.
Okay.
I think Hallmark has a plus.
Really? This is information to me. I
Yeah,
didn't know Hallmark had a plus.
I think
All these
um
pregnant websites. I mean platforms.
up here there's a sports net. Does it like ESPN in the States? There's a sports
Plus.
network. Yeah, ESPN Plus too. But there's
Yeah, yeah.
TSN up here, and they have TSN Plus. So yeah, it's like
PSN.
yeah,
I'm not even gonna say the acronym that I'm thinking. How come we don't have an HBO plus?
because they went with Max instead.
Apparently that didn't work. It maxed out. I don't know what they are now. It's
They're back to HBO
HBO.
Max because it was HBO Max, and then they changed it to
Uh-huh.
just Max, and then they went back to HBO Max.
They have an identity issue going on, clearly.
They have a everything issue going on.
Huh. There's apparently somebody going on out there. What's going on? Well, apparently the dog will get me. Don't worry about it. So how when you change the name, they stick the dogs on you.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to
Oh, let
Jessica
the
Jones.
dogs in.
Well, it wasn't dogs, but
What was that?
it was just supposedly not CIA, according to Mr. Charles.
There was so much set up in this show for what's going to happen later on in the MCU, and I think they thought they snuck it in there. But they ain't sneaking past us, Spider. We know what's going on and what the future look like. It's so bright you should put your shades on.
I don't have a pair up here with me, else I
Oh,
would,
it's
but
okay. So just all
I
right.
am unprepared, and I apologize.
Well, it's okay. I'll give you mine, but then I wouldn't have any.
Well, we'll let it slide. But if you don't know, this is All Things Super, where each and every episode we take
There it
a piece
is.
of superpowered movie, TV show, even
That
trailers. We
that
watch
part
them, we
too.
react to them, we break them down, we review them, and we ask the question: Is it
Is
super?
it super? You son of a it. Okay. All
We
right.
don't know, but we'll find out. But if you like that, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on your favorite podcast streaming platform. And if you want to reach out to us on social media, just click the link in the description below.
And leave a comment. We read those things. Listen, this isn't that stuff that Spider telling y'all is important because else y'all can see we like spending time with y'all, but y'all won't know when the next episode come out unless you do those things. If you do those things, then you'll know. There you go.
And then you'll be here to
And the
join
more you
us.
know, yeah, well, it's a lot. It's a lot right there. Just participate in the anarchy. Anarchy thing super.
Speaking of anarchy, let's talk
What you
about
got?
anarchy and the supposed coming together of the city of New York
Oh,
in a moment's notice.
oh, well, they told you in the Spider-Man, you mess with New York, you mess with
You
all of
mess with
us.
one of us, you mess with all of
You
us.
mess with, yeah, I felt like that wasn't necessary. But New Yorkers, rally behind that.
Yeah,
Come out your bodega and be like, yeah.
which is paper mache Daredevil mask.
Somebody had to put that together, Spider. They took time.
It
They
was a
took
lot
time.
of them that had them. Almost an unbelievable number, unless they were just like passing them out.
That makes more
That
sense
does make more sense. I think they might have been
because
passing them out.
I would think some people will want a Spider-Man mask. Be like, nah, let me get a Spider-Man mask. This is the same city that Iron Man's in, so
Right.
let me get a Iron Man. It's mass vigilante, so you
Right.
didn't necessarily have to be Daredevil, but for the sake of the show, we go keep the theme. But I would think somebody would be like, nah, let me get a Hulk mask.
I
And
don't think
clearly they know how to make
I
them.
don't think New
They
York
did it
fuck
on
with Hulk
Sakaar.
like that. Since because I
Damn,
mean, back
he
in
did
the
fuck up
Incredible
Harlem, huh?
Hulk, he basically tore down Harlem.
Yeah.
And
Why is the Hulk
outside of
racist?
him being like in the Avengers Tower, he hasn't just like been around New York.
Well, think about it. After the battle in New York, he's
Yeah.
still trying to do a little PR.
I mean, it's like
Small Hulk
after the battle in New York,
worked.
his image got a little bit better, and then Age of Ultron, when he went to South Africa and just like wrecked shit, he had to do some damage control. It was back down to square one.
Whoa, don't say damage control. They might misconstrue what you're talking about and think you're talking about the Department of Damage Control,
I
which
mean, I'm pretty
again
sure they were
played
out there
no
too.
part into this.
No,
Yeah,
they really didn't. Which,
you got a connected universe with no connections.
well, here's the thing, because as far as Daredevil the show is
Mm-hmm.
concerned, the
Mm-hmm.
last time we've seen damage control, they've been going after superpowered individuals.
Miss Marvel,
Miss Marvel, Spider-Man, we've seen them go after,
Cameron.
yeah, him too, I guess. We saw him go after Wonder Man.
She-Hulk.
Was damage
Yeah.
control in She-Hulk?
Oh no, yeah, they had miniaturized the Sonic this is one that they used on the Hulk. They
Mm.
miniaturized that and they were gonna use it on She-Hulk when she flipped out when whoever that guy was exposed that she was her sex tape or her relationship tape from what is it? Invincia, whatever the little man group was.
Um, shit, I don't remember.
It's on the tip of your tongue. I can see it.
Yeah, it's not coming to me. I know what you're talking about, but you know what?
Yeah, them.
It's not even important. Anyway,
Okay. But I'm
but
saying damage control should have kind of been
well,
somewhere in the
what I'm
background.
saying is because
A
if they're
van
going
or
after
something.
superpowered individuals and they see
Oh,
masked
Daredevil don't ring.
vigilantes as just people who are just going on their own fighting crime, and they're not seeing them
Mhm.
as they're seeing it, people see them as heroes but not superheroes, if that makes sense.
Mm.
It's
So
people who
there's a
go,
qualification.
yeah,
You have to
I
have.
think that's what damage control is more focused on at this point. At least as they explained it in Wonder Man, they're focused
Mhm.
more on people
Movers and
with
shakers.
sure, movers and shakers, but people who have superhuman abilities. Now,
Mutants.
Daredevil
You
does
can say it.
have heightened
Mutants.
abilities, but I don't think people see him as him having superpowers. Like, he's not
Hmm.
flying, he's not shooting beams out of his hands, he's not crawling on
No.
walls. So
No.
I think they just see
But
him as a dude in a suit getting his ass
he
beat
has a
and getting shot.
he does get his ass beat a lot and gets shot a lot. But he has agility.
He
He
does
can
have
dodge a
agility.
bullet though. Haven't seen him dodge a bullet at all.
I mean, when he's throwing himself in front of bullets. But
I don't know how his powers work. He's
here's the
like, let me go
thing,
ahead and
every other time when he's fighting AVTF, they're shooting. He's hasn't got hit then. It's only when he's out of the suit that he gets shot.
I think he need to stay in his
He
suit full
needs to
time.
stay in the suit.
Clearly, they don't like Matt Murda.
I don't think they ever did.
He's
They never liked Matt.
he's a very good lawyer and an easy target. They go hand in hand.
I mean, I
Clearly,
feel like the only case that Matt has lost was Frank's case, and that's because Frank went against the plan and said that he did it. I feel like every other case Matt has won.
he won this one. He won against She-Hulk,
He won against
which
She-Hulk.
she actually did not do her best. I think she was distracted
Oh, hundred
because,
percent.
horrible, just horrible. She won with Spider-Man, got his case thrown out. We
Yeah,
didn't even see exactly how that happened. I guess he is a good lawyer and an
he's a
easy
really good
target.
lawyer.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
I mean,
But not,
if he's nothing else, he's a really good lawyer.
he's not a moving shaker. He
He ain't gonna be moving too much. He's gonna be moving around his cell.
let's break this thing down for the people that came here to actually see us. Thank you. And see how we break down this. So you want to start with? You want to start from the beginning? Because I know we touched on the first three episodes of season one when they dropped season one on Disney Snaps.
Right.
Uh Season two, strong opener,
Season two,
strong.
strong opener in the sense of intrigue.
Mm,
Because you get in here and you see we in season one, Kingpin's got his task force, and Daredevil is like, I need to put together an army. So we know it's him. We got Karen, we got Cherry, we got a couple more cops, and it's like, okay, well, who else are we going to get? And then all the buzz in the off season was, oh, they got Jessica Jones. Does it mean that they're going to get the rest of the defenders? We don't know. We'll see at that point in time. But we come back into season two, and we don't really get Daredevil's army until the very end. And then at that point,
yeah.
I don't even know if it was really his army. It was just a group of people who supported him. It's not like these people signed up to fight for him or fight
Mm,
with him. They were
mm,
just on the opposite side of Wilson Fisk. And so we already know that season one was chopped to shit. We know that there were a lot of inconsistencies. There were a lot of things that got
mm-hmm.
edited, got cut. There was
Strike.
some weird
Doing a strike.
CG.
Writer strike.
It wasn't the writer's strike. It was
It
they
wasn't COVID.
no, it wasn't COVID either. They went a different direction with the entire
Right.
story. And I
Yeah.
don't
They
think it was
they
because of the
they was
writer's strike
on
though.
record saying that Daredevil did not put the suit on till like episode four.
Right.
There was so much going on, and they looked at it and was like, "This is trash. Reshoot it all."
Yeah.
And then they went back and started reshooting it, and they kind of made it what it was.
Yeah. And they still took him out of the suit, but they gave him more of a reason to be out of the suit.
Right.
I mean, in his mind.
Eh, we started with something that I feel like a plot thread was 1,000% drop, which was, Kingpin declaring martial law on the whole city and the city being locked down and shut down to attack vigilantes and get them off the street with his task force. And then season two comes along. We have this ship coming in, Red Hook,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, okay, that's not what we left off, or we here for it. Then we see Daredevil on the ship, and then, okay, what's going on? He's still Daredevil. We here for it. Oh, they got guns on the ship. Next thing you know, they sink the ship.
Right.
Daredevil barely survives, but he survives because he's a really good swimmer. And then now we're dealing with the aftermath of the ship. It all was surrounded the ship, kind of dropped the plot thread of the martial law. And do you think there was a better direction they went in, or they should have stayed on Kingpin, shut the city down, and started to hunt all vigilantes?
Well, I think they moved away from the martial law thing when they introduced the whole Safer Streets Initiative Act, where you had all of these propaganda videos about the AVTF smiling in the streets with the people, playing with the kids, and all this other
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I
BB
think
reports.
in order for Fisk to be able to stay in the good graces of the public of New York, he had to reframe it to more of, you're not being restricted. We're just upping security to keep you safe. We're increasing our
Mm,
presence to protect you more than
mm,
we're locking you in your homes. We're making you stay. We're giving you a curfew. It's more about the perception of protection over restriction.
mm,
It's
hmm.
like we're not going to say it's martial law, but we still going to have basically the military walking the streets throughout the day and night,
Murdering people,
murdering people.
rounding people up unprovoked, taking them to detention camps.
And I mean, until Daredevil started to, or the Resistance started to kind of get the word out that people were getting round up and locked up, there was really no, like, there was no ill will against Fisk more than there was before he started that. Like the people who hated Fisk still hated
Mm,
Fisk. The people who supported him still supported him because most people didn't even know about it. And so it wasn't until they got them out that they were able to start spreading the word. Like, cause they showed the whole, cause it wasn't the BB report, but what BB was doing, pretending to be Fisk, the whole Max Headroom 80s type, guerrilla editing style of video was
nice.
is smash cut with b-roll of things that she had been spying on and leaked information and all other kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They would show those videos, but outside of what, maybe one or two episodes about Fisk actually being concerned about it, we don't know who saw those videos. We didn't see anybody reacting to those videos or be like, oh shit, this is really what he's doing. Like, we didn't see any kind
Yeah.
of influence that she was having while she was doing that.
You think that'll come up later on?
No, absolutely not.
So you're not going to see like Colossus watching a video
No,
in Chester, New York, saying,
no.
"Hey, there's some
I
things
mean, because
going on."
it's over and done with now.
Oh man, that's sad. That's sad. You're saying BB reports are not getting seen.
I'm not saying that it's not getting seen. I'm saying we didn't see the people who saw it. And we didn't see the impact that it had on the people who did see it. Because I feel like it would be more impactful to see if we had a way to compare Fisk's support from the public at
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of the season and then watch it slowly go down lower and lower
Down.
and lower as we progress
Right.
through the
The
season, as more of
distrust.
these details are being revealed about all the stuff that he's doing. Because then at the end, when you have half the city storming the streets to go stop him, it makes more
Makes
sense
sense.
because we've been
Yeah.
seeing the more people that are kind of being collected into the resistance. And because I mean, we saw that there was the protest after
Mm-hmm. Protest a
forgetting his
memorial,
wife.
like the funeral. Vanessa?
Yes, Vanessa. The name would not
I
come to
keep
me
forgetting.
after Vanessa's
Vanessa.
after Vanessa was killed, and they had the people out there supporting her, and then they had the people that kind of came in because they were like having a candlelight vigil and everything. But then you had the
Yes.
protesters that came, and they're out there protesting Fisk, and it's like it seemed like because you had they were in Fogwell's gym. Fogwell's gym was packed. So that's at least
Mm-hmm.
the people who wanted to be in the presence when the mayor was fighting. So these are people that supported Mayor Fisk.
Right.
And I'm sure that there were even
And
more that
and
were watching at home or whatever.
and they had like a good amount of Kool-Aid at the gym. Just I don't know if you knew they had a ghetto punch. You
Okay.
you had to be there. Don't worry about it.
Were
Hey,
you
since we're
there?
talking about that's not important. Since we're talking about it, how crazy it is that they left the situation of Vanessa getting killed. It's kind of like Fisk's fault, but
Oh
kind of
no,
like
it's
not his
100% his
fault.
fault.
Well, Bullseye threw the figurine.
Yes.
So if nothing else shows you it was gonna hit, it's Bullseye.
But
He could
he also got
fit
shot
a
in
two.
the midst of him throwing, which would have thrown the trajectory off. Because the thing about it is, if you go back and you look at it, where Fisk was
Mm-hmm.
standing to where he was
Mm-hmm.
able to hit the I guess because it was like a
Figurine.
paperweight or figurine, the
Glass.
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 The way he was able to like lean to hit it, and it ricocheted back towards Vanessa.
Yeah.
And that's how it got her into the side of the head. Because she was,
Mm.
if we're framing this the way that the scene was shot, or at least the way
So
that
I'm
the
talking
scene
about Spider.
was,
Use them hands.
the way that the scene was shown, Fisk was like here,
Yeah.
and then Vanessa was like on this side behind him.
Oh,
There was like a
over there.
clear gap in between them where Fisk had to
Mm.
reach over to swing the belt in order to hit
Right.
it. And that's what caused it to shatter. But I think that because she shot Dex while he was throwing it, that would have thrown it off the trajectory where she wouldn't have got hit. And
You
even
think he take
still,
any responsibility for that?
no, he's not going to take responsibility for that.
God damn. Just when you thought the man changed.
Who, Fisk? Absolutely not. He broke a dude's spine on the side of a wall. If
Killed the
anything, he
doctor
just
right
got
thereafter.
worse. But even if Dex would have hit Vanessa, I don't think, because unless you're talking about he flung that like and was going to hit her center mass, like right in the middle of the chest, I feel like any other spot that would have hit her, it would have hurt, it would have wounded her, but I don't think it would have killed her, other than as opposed to getting it in the side of the head. But no, that's 100% Fisk's fault.
Not taking the responsibility to that. All vigilantes got to go.
And then on top of that, from what I, have heard other people say, was that when she was in the hospital and she woke up and she was like, I have a taste for pineapple juice. And he's like, you hate pineapple juice. And she was like, well, I really want to taste some pineapple juice. And the nurse came in to check on her. And he shooed her away and said that don't bother her, get her some pineapple juice. They're saying that when people have traumatic head injuries, and if they're unconscious for a while and they wake up and they're uncharacteristically asking for something, or they're uncharacteristically doing something, basically they're not acting like themselves, that's a sign for like more intensive damage that was done to their brain. And had he let the nurse check her, do her job, they might have been able to identify something and they could have saved her.
Again, Fisk's fault. But we gonna blame
the doctor that he squeezed the life out of.
Oh my God, this dude on a murdering spree. A lot of things happened in this season. I mean, we got, what was his name? Not the young, not Buck, the young kid.
Oh,
I
Daniel.
forget his name. Daniel. Yeah, we're going horrible with names this episode.
We are.
Daniel's coming up at the same time getting played. At the same time trying to be a good loyal soldier. That whole situation with you're not wrong. That whole situation with him thinking he was about to get whacked with Buck. Cinema. Straight cinema. Because so Buck was like, get out of the car. Like, I'm not even playing. I don't know what I did, but I'll run, dude. He
had him there sitting outside the hardware store. He come back with the gloves and the shovel. And he's just like, dude, he's taking me out to the wilderness to kill me and bury me.
Right? Because you had just seen that he released the one little bit of information that Vanessa was still alive to BB. And nobody knew. Then all of a sudden, she's alive. And then tinge of care and our prayers are like, I don't know who leaked it. You're like,
but here's the thing I'll say about that.
I think they've been new.
Well, not even that. BB was wrong. BB was kind of fucked up for that.
Using them whole time.
Just the whole time. And then have the nerve to be sad about him when he got killed. It's like you've been playing this dude for the entire time until you met his mom.
Since season one.
The entire season one. And then you meet his mom and we're like, oh, okay, he's actually a nice guy. He has good family values. He supports the people that he loves. And she saved her own life. But I mean, he still figured it out anyway because he fed her the fake information. He was like, if there's goods out, then I know that it was you. But he found the SD card in her pocket. This had to be like what, 3 days after the fight at least. because I don't know how long
Yeah, it was a
Vanessa
couple
was out.
days.
It's been a
Couple
couple
days.
days. You mean to tell me that she hadn't checked her pocket? She knew the card was in her pocket because after the dude slipped it in there, she put her hands in her pocket and felt it. So you mean to tell
Mm.
me that she didn't empty out her pocket in those 3 days between her being at the fight and then her going to his mom's house for the birthday dinner? And
A
then
good plan.
just inviting herself to his mom's birthday dinner? It's like, oh, can I come? I'm like, you want to come to my mom's house for her birthday? She's like, yeah. It's
Oh, it
like,
was his birthday.
well, right, for his birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean,
I don't know because it's like she starting to catch feelings, but clearly he was putting them. He invited her over, trying to hang out, and she
he
was
cooked
using him the
for her,
whole
all this other kind
time,
of stuff. Yeah, it's just
the
using the dude.
whole time.
But I will
And
say,
it's like,
like you said, the scene where they were, driving upstate, the scene where Buck is like beating him to death. And then
mhm,
he's done and he's holding the gun. And you can see that internal struggle with him.
mm,
Like like you could tell like Buck, of course, doesn't really show a lot of emotion, but you can see that
right.
he really did not want to shoot him. And I found out is because in the original, I guess the original script for the show,
Mhm,
he didn't kill him.
mm,
He let him go, and he
mm.
let him go, and then he lied to Fisk about Daniel being dead. And they went back and they were like, "Oh no, it didn't really feel right. It didn't feel right for Buck to make that kind of decision, as Buck has been the loyal soldier, like even more so, or as much as Wesley was."
Mhm.
And they digitally fired
I
the
heard that.
gun. They digitally like made his head like bounce back. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that was pretty damn good for them to like
yeah, because it looked
recreate.
jarring.
It looked like that's the way they shot it.
Woo, jarring. I was like, yeah, he gonna let him go. You gotta have a sense of, oh,
Yeah,
he can.
because
Ah.
like I've never seen Buck hesitate like that. So it's like, oh, you might let him go, but then you just shot him anyway, and I was like, oh, okay,
Just walked off
and
and
just
looked
walked
at
off.
the body and
He,
hey, who
he
cleans up Buck's mess? Because I know
I'm
Buck
sure that.
cleans up
Oh
Kingpin,
yeah, I'm sure he have like they have cleaners on call and stuff like that. But he
John Wick
he
style.
he looked back at him. He gave him that look like, look at what you made me do. That's the way he
Like
looked at him.
I feel like I want to see more of Buck,
I
even
do
though they
I,
didn't
I
show
do want to
what
see more
happened
Buck.
to him.
I would like to see like Buck and Daredevil go at it because I feel like, I don't know, Buck,
Ooh, don't
he
do
might
that.
not.
Don't do that.
I
Don't do that.
feel because I mean like we were because the
Wait,
when
wait, wait, wait. Let me take that back. Buck and Daredevil, maybe. Buck and Matt Murdock, definitely no.
no, Buck and Matt
Matt
Murdock,
Murdock,
Matt's gonna die.
known to catch a bullet, known for it. But yeah, well, I think he still would shoot Daredevil a
No, he would
lot.
absolutely shoot Daredevil, but I feel like he's had more of an opportunity to dodge bullets as Daredevil than he has as Matt Murdock.
There was conflict in that, and the fact that when he came back to Kingpin and he's like, did Daniel give up the BB? And he was like, no, he
No.
didn't. And that silence
Mm-hmm.
of them just, it was more like I wanted him to be our guy. Like you could tell that it took an emotional toll on both of them
Yeah, because
acting.
even though no words were said, it was really like Fisk was the look on his face was like, damn, I actually really liked him. But
I really liked him.
but it is what it is at
Like
this
no,
point.
like they both were saying the same. We really liked him,
Yeah,
and
it was like
I'm sorry that I
had to be
had to.
done.
But he's like, you had to. It's
Right.
like, damn, dude. Here's a question, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to try to make sense about this Kingpin thing because clearly they said, listen, bring these guns into Red Hook. There's no secret now. They working for Val, or Kingpin was working with Val because Mr. Charles came in and the CIA or whoever the government official was that
Right.
came in and tried to put pressure on Kingpin, saying, "Yo, this Red Hook initiative ain't gonna do nothing unless we get the okay." And then he got that phone call and was like, whatever you need, okay, we got you. Just wanted to make
Right.
myself clear. I'm like, this dude done flipped like a pancake. He
Right.
done back and forth
Because
because he
what did
got
he
that
say? He
phone
hung up the
call.
phone and was like, "You have our full support." So,
Like he
like,
was talking strong 10 seconds ago. It's like, what happened? Oh, that phone call. But so it's Val that's running strings, and again, it's New York, so why not? Everybody's supposed to be in the same gumbo pot. But at the same time, the the order was bring the guns in,
mhm,
even though the guns wasn't even supposed the guns supposed to be going overseas. Mr. Charles said that these guns are supposed to be somewhere else. I thought was if Daredevil, specifically Daredevil, comes onto the boat, sink the boat,
right.
scuttle the boat. So if anybody else was there, we was all right.
We was all
But we
right
just
because they figured if anybody else was there, they could have handled them. But if Daredevil shows up, nah,
so many other
dunk it all,
people that
dunk it all.
they could not handle
Yes, that is 100% true.
if
But then
Luke
the thing
Cage
about it,
showed up, you're not handling that.
but nobody else was on Fisk's trail.
Daredevil wasn't on his trail because
I
after
mean, he was
season
on it
one
enough to
again,
show up and knew what he was looking for.
at the end of season one, Daredevil standing in Josie's bar, with newspaper articles all around the window.
Mm-hmm.
He's in hiding. He's in hiding. Matt's in hiding. So it was
Yeah.
shocking to see him on the boat anyway. So they did what they were supposed to do, and like any mob rule, doing what you're supposed to do ain't always what you're supposed to do. Even when
Mm-hmm.
they tell you to do what you're supposed to do,
Right.
and you do it, that don't mean nothing. You're a loose end. I gotta
Pretty
go ahead and
much.
clip the branches. And so they started murdering the crew. Well, the only two people that was left, because they were the only two people that knew to sink the ship, while the whole rest of the crew went down.
Pretty much.
Horrible. I'm just here to go to work. Next thing you know, you done sank the boat as a one man. I could have took the man out. At least give me a chance to fight him or
I
something
mean,
before you.
could they? Because he made quick work out of all of them.
Blind lawyer that could fight. Powell said it. So, hey, here's a question that's nothing related to what I was just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
How happy are you that Angela, I think it's Angela, the White Tiger, finally coming into her powers, and where else will we see her?
We'll probably see her
Young
maybe
Avengers
in a Young
champions?
Avengers. Yeah.
Will Echo be there?
No. I mean, first of all, she's not young enough to be in a Young Avengers.
Wow.
I mean, the
Wow.
Young Avengers are like teenagers. You cannot tell
Haley
me that you think that
Steinfeld
Echo is a
is in her
teenager.
30s.
Well, Kate Bishop is in her 20s. So they're
Her face is young enough to pull it off.
late teenager, early 20s.
The Spider-Man with the original one was in his 30s. Playing a high school kid.
Yeah.
You shoot from up here, all close ups.
And a lot of makeup.
They could movie magic. They could get away. Oh, they de-aging everybody.
Yeah, I mean now they are. Well, they really didn't in what was the episode? It was I think it was the one
Oh, you
after.
talking about the one with Foggy?
Yeah, the one with
the horrible
Foggy
wig?
and the one with the one with Foggy and Wesley. It's like Matt and Foggy were Charlie Cox and Eldon Henson were playing young Matt and Foggy, but Matt
Yes.
looked older as young Matt than he did as current day Matt. And I'm like, I understand y'all have to reshoot scenes and stuff, but y'all could have found another way to do it or something.
You're not wrong. It's like, how you look older in a flashback
Right.
and younger in the current time? You're not wrong. Good episode, though.
It was a good episode, but it was very clear that these were the actors as they are current day, as opposed to what they were back then on a Netflix series.
The trench coat was supposed to throw you off. You're supposed to, all right, I see you're younger now.
It was just his face. His face he's visibly
Damn.
aged. I mean, it's been what, 11 years at this point?
It has been. It if not close to it, damn near close to it.
So,
Depends on when you see this video.
True. But I mean, I understand what they was trying. I understand what they were trying to do. It made narrative sense. But
Question for you, and this
yeah,
is not saying super or not super, but what was the high point of this season for you?
the high point of this season for me, it was probably the final episode. Just seeing it
Really?
all come to a head, because I feel like everything leading up to that was, I guess, like standard fare for Daredevil. It's like they weren't really
Uh-huh.
doing anything different. I did like the conflict between Karen and Matt. How Karen was basically resigned to be like, look, we need to, the only way we can stop this is to stop them. And Matt is still like, I went down that road before. I don't want you to do that same thing. I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to let you kill
Yeah,
him.
she's thinking extremes. Yeah,
Yeah.
what she learned from Frank
I mean,
Castle.
really, she's like, look, Frank may not be well adjusted, but he doesn't have any ghosts chasing him. Well, I
He's
mean, he kind of does
effective.
have ghosts chasing him, but he he finds a target and he ends that target. And I think that with Matt bringing Dex back to their little hideout, that kind of pissed Karen off in a way that
Mm.
we hadn't seen them going at each other before. And
Mm.
when she was talking to him and had the gun to his head and was about to kill him, and then Matt came in, I love how Matt listened for, because you saw him like she had a gun to his head and she was about to shoot. Matt threw his stick, knocked her hand away, and before Matt started talking, you could see him like listen, because he had to listen for Dex's heartbeat to see if she hit him or not.
Mm.
And it's like
Totally, totally missed that. I had to go back and rewatch that to catch that.
it's so, like, Charlie Cox has been doing this for so long and
At least 10 years.
he's so good at it. He's got Matt Murdock down to a science as far as the mannerisms of how he reacts to the world as a person who is unable to visually see, and just the way that he reacts to those types of things and how he pauses and how he like gestures in order to be able to like showcase that, he's not able to see. I thought he's always done that very well. So that's, again, like I said, but it's stuff that they've done in all the Daredevil seasons so far. But for this final episode, for us to have the court scene, and we actually, because normally if they have a court scene, it's like it's very short, very brief. They do,
Hmm.
questioning, cross-examination. They might have, a scene in between, and the next time they come into court, it's sentencing. They say guilty, not guilty, whatever. The back and forth that Matt and Wilson was going through, and the, the objections from Hochberg and the judge, sustaining them, and then as Matt starts to unravel everything that Fisk has been doing, and the judges realize, well, we've been a part of all of this. And so Hochberg starts throwing up suggestions, objections, overruled. No, I want to hear this. I want to hear all of this
Mm.
shit that he's done. And the energy that Charlie Cox put into that performance when he's like really going at Fisk, like he's got veins
Hmm.
popping out of his head. It's like, I think the only time I've seen Matt yell like that is when it was either him yelling at Wilson or him yelling at Frank. And that's
Or
it.
him punching somebody in the goddamn face and screaming that scream that he do.
Like in
Huh?
season one, he broke the
Yeah.
guy from the ABTF's leg and screamed.
God damn,
But
man.
no, it was a lot of emotion. And then as quick as he reveals himself to be Daredevil, and then it just kind of almost immediately all goes to shit. They get the case thrown out, they're getting ready to go outside, Buck gets shot, and then pandemonium strikes. And I love the the duality of how we see Matt and Jessica fighting down one hallway, Kingpin fighting his way down the other hallway. Kingpin comes out, he goes to the left. Matt comes out, he goes to the right. Like they're about to go to each other and face
Yeah.
off. But Matt, and also didn't really make sense. if I'm assuming that they were in the same office, that
Vicinity.
Matt and Jessica and the governor and Kirsten were all in the same office, that the judge's quarters that they went
Uh-huh.
to, that was behind the courtroom, if
Mm-hmm.
they were in there, Fisk was out front. And I know they went out a back door, but even if they went out a back door and then went down the hallway, they were coming through
Still
the
right
front of
there.
the building where Fisk was on the second floor, like on a balcony or whatever. And it's like, I don't know. It was just like weirdly like.
Here's what I learned from pitch meeting. Hey, shut up.
But no,
Don't
it's
bring no
just
logic into this.
seeing Fisk go off. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
him screaming, "Open the door!" And he opened the door. Boo! And just start wailing on people. It's like that was
Citizens.
so uncharacteristically him, but
Yeah.
like on par for him being unhinged at that point. Because it gave the sense of I have nothing left to gain now,
Oh.
because
No.
the public
I
is
lost
against me.
Vanessa.
I
The
lost
public's against
Vanessa.
me.
They're
Lost
telling
Red
me that
Hook.
I lost Red Hook. I'm about to lose the mayoral seat. They're telling me to
Yeah.
resign. Like,
Yeah. Well, that was before you started murdering citizens. I don't know how you still got that sweet deal.
he, I mean,
Hey, resign.
clearly 43 counts of first degree murder isn't enough to rescind a deal for him to just give up his citizenship and resign as mayor, leave, and then never come back. Like, okay, you're
Clearly.
good. Doesn't matter that you have the courthouse hallways littered with blood and bodies. You're good.
DOC ain't
You
on
can
their
go.
job at all.
You can go. Well,
Department of Damage Control is looking for superhuman individuals. My guy, he's murdering right now
the way he
in
was
real
like,
time.
he was just punching people across the room, like punching people down the hallway.
This Kingpin a mutant.
All
Let's get the elephant in the room because since the
source material
introduction in
says no.
Kingpin, since Kingpin's been, I know what the comics are saying, but I'm saying
In the
inside
MCU,
in Disney snaps, since Hawkeye, where he made his appearance,
mm-hmm.
in Echo, in Daredevil,
He didn't really do shit in Echo though, but
oh, he
continue.
got his eye fixed.
Yeah, but that ain't have anything to do with his strength. Continue.
No, that was Hawkeye. That was Hawkeye when he got shot in the chest with the arrows and hit by a car and ripped the car
Rip the
off.
door off. Yeah, that was all in Hawkeye.
Yeah. So he has to be. He has to be.
I mean,
He has to be.
I feel
How else
like
can you explain it?
it makes a lot more sense if he is, but I know if they come out and say that he is, the fanboys are gonna fucking riot. All the Marvel purists are going to pitch a fit because they're like, he's not a mutant in the comics. He doesn't have superpowers in the comics. He's just really strong.
Retcon it. Whatever. He got hit by a car, went through a wall. He got up and
doesn't matter.
Where's Vanessa? What? Whatever. Whatever. I'm so sorry you had to leave. Don't leave, Eleanor. Like, what? You should be dead. What are you talking about?
Nope.
Shout out to the swordsman who came out of jail and, immediately left town.
He's like,
yo.
He's like, I still got money. He's like,
got money.
Take all my assets.
You can go ahead and use whatever you need, bro. I'm gonna be over here
right,
because they're about to put me back in jail.
Yeah, he's like, they caught me once. They ain't about to catch me slipping again.
What do you think we'll see the swordsman again?
Never, probably.
West Coast Avengers. What?
You think so?
He's a good guy now.
No, I understand.
He was never a bad guy.
He was never a bad guy. Honestly, I didn't think we were going to get him back in Daredevil.
Surprise. So the parry that question that I asked you, what was the high point? Now I gotta ask the opposite. What was the low point of season 2 Daredevil Born Again for you?
Low point.
Yeah, that wig, huh? The wig in the flesh.
I mean, the wigs in the flashback were not great. Vanessa's wig. I was like, how can you not just style her hair the way it
So stiff.
was in
The
it.
motherfucker was hard, like a goddamn steroid shot. Hard.
Like how, like listen, no shade to any set designers, to the hair and makeup people that
Oh,
work on these
shade,
shows,
shade,
because
shade.
no shade, because I know they have to be there before the talent is, and normally the talent have to
Yeah,
get there like
this
four or
is
five in
true.
the morning.
Yeah.
And so
Let's put a steam press on these wigs, though.
I, again, I know it's hard work. It's very
It
taxing.
is
You guys do
very much.
amazing work, and things that you do
I
is
appreciate
incredible.
y'all.
But
Yes.
that wig on her head looked
Yes.
so bad, and I don't know why.
Felt like I was watching Fan Four Stick. I was waiting for Magneto to come around to
Oh
explain why I was
God.
doing this. So
Um.
no, I threw that out there, but no, seriously, what would you thinking as you know, the worst? Well, low. I ain't gonna say the worst thing, but the low point of the season. I know there's a lot going on because you can fill that list up with many things.
Here's the thing, because I
Here we
don't want
go.
this to come off as I don't like the women of the show, because that's not it.
Wow.
Because
I don't think you could come off any other
no, because
way.
listen, because they were really, as far as main characters, female main
Okay.
characters, there were four, right? Because you had Vanessa, you had Karen, you
So,
had BB,
Karen,
and
BB,
who was the fourth? Kirsten.
the White Tiger.
I mean, I feel like Kirsten was
Oh,
in it more than White Tiger was.
wow. Okay. We just go ignore the White
But
Tiger's abilities. Gotcha.
out of them, no, not Kirsten, Heather Glenn.
The
Out of the
therapist.
four of them, oh, my camera froze. Hold on. Oh, you good?
I'm here.
Okay. No, my camera froze up for a second.
That's okay. The
But
women are fighting back.
out of the four of them, I felt like BB
Girls get it done.
and Heather, they're if I were to rank them, I would say BB's story was kind of the weakest, because like I said, like we mentioned before, I don't really see the impact of what she did. I feel like there was more of an impact of them projecting that video on the wall at the protest, as
Yeah.
opposed to the videos that she was putting out. But then
And
Heather's,
still, nothing really changed after the video was played.
I
It was
mean,
just exposing the truth.
yeah,
But
but I don't know. But Heather's descent into madness, into
hmm
her like embracing the, I guess, the muse persona.
yeah, she
I,
like choking Buck.
yes. I mean, I feel like Buck
she,
liked it too. So,
yeah, she clearly he into that dominatrix stuff. Yeah, I got you, bro.
but I feel like there was no substance behind it. Like, I know the events of it left her traumatized. I understand
Uh-huh.
that. But I don't think that there was a clear explanation as to how that trauma manifested itself into her wanting to now become this thing. Like I get that Buck basically convinced her to turn her pain into anger. Like turn the hurt that she has inside of her and hurt others. And one, I don't really know what, excuse me, why she took Vanessa's earring,
She a klepto,
but only one earring.
kleptomania, man. Yeah, she don't make sense because clearly you should have stole the whole thing,
And
and
then
then you would have never got
Fist
caught.
found the earring, and well, Fist saw that there was only one earring, and then gave her the other one. It was like, so clearly you weren't
No,
sneaky about it.
he didn't give it to her. He confronted her on it because it was like I don't know why I took that. He was like, yeah, what you did. You did because he clearly had cameras. It's like you clearly took it, and let's talk about this. You put the earring there. Let's talk about this. And it's like, uh, I don't. It's very uncharacteristic of me. Yeah, but you still stole it.
Right.
So I own you now. Basically, I guess that's how that was supposed to go. But they kind of cut away from it early
Yeah, and
because
so
next thing you know,
maybe
she's
that's
doing
why
fist bit.
it didn't really make too much sense, because they didn't. There probably was more to it that they didn't include, but I don't know. I just felt like it was just after the funeral, and she choked Puck out, and then it
He
was
was
just like
into it.
this increase in her aggression towards other people, like with Karen,
Slapped the
and just
shit out of
slap
Karen.
the shit out of Karen.
Slapped the dog once. That out of nowhere.
And it's like we already saw her being like very aggressive in her questioning against swordsman, and we saw that at the beginning she actually like assessed him correctly, and it wasn't until she got
Mm-hmm.
the call from Hawkberg that she changed her answers.
But she
And
like
so
that
she
money.
was, I mean, I feel like she was already under Fisk's thumb, like even back then. So
Right.
the earring had nothing to do
Right.
with it.
At all. So why?
That's my
I can see
question.
what you said. I can see what you said. That's your low point.
So it's like it wasn't even a point in the show that was a low point. It was just I feel like BB's story and Heather's story. It was just, and like I said before about BB, like just being. It was one thing when in season 1, yeah, she was like doing this underground reporting and she's just trying to get information so she could put out the truth, and to where it started to just be basic manipulation of Daniel. Like she basically took it as, I knew I got information out of him before, I'm going to squeeze him as much as I can to keep getting information out of him, until she meets his family, goes into his room, and is like, oh, he's a decent guy. And then at that point she was found out. But the fact that, like I said, she invited
Wait, let's talk
herself.
about that real fast
Yeah.
because he seen the flash card, little flash drive.
The little SD card.
He didn't look on that.
No,
And
he just
he just
assumed what it was, and she could have easily lied about it because he knows
he's
that
a
she's a
journalist.
journalist, right?
She
She could have just
so she
said
got like nine flash
that's,
cards.
and she was the one that was putting out the BB report that had the AVTF in it. She was like showing the Safer Streets initiative, so she could have been like, "This
Right,
is just another file."
right.
Again,
Ooh.
there was no reason for it to go down the way that it did, and I feel like her inviting herself to his birthday and then showing up at the hospital, it would be different if they showed her with some kind of remorse, like
Mm,
before she was about to send off the fake information and then deleted it, way before that. Like if she had, because I know at the end of the season she started working at the Bulletin, if she was already like, if they showed her already giving like feeding information to the Bulletin, and she telling the editor like, look, I can't keep doing this, like
mm-hmm,
I like, Daniel's a good guy, I don't want him to get hurt, if I keep doing this he's gonna get in trouble, and them pushing her be like, well, all we need is just a little bit more on Fist and then we can pin him and it'll all be over. Like show some kind of
mm-hmm.
outside pressure on her to keep doing this, other than, because if not, she just looks like a shitty person who is
She a
manipulating this
shitty person.
man until essentially she got him killed.
Yes.
And I feel like you can't show remorse about that after the fact if you didn't show any kind of remorse prior to.
Hold on, Spider. This ain't the Power universe. It's not like it's not like Ghost or Raising Kanan or even more like Power with Tommy. You got to show some remorse. I mean, you got to. Nah, never mind. She's just a shitty person,
She
bro.
was,
She
and it's
she
like
just
that
was.
wasn't her, that wasn't her character in season 1.
Like you said, maybe the
Maybe it
females,
was just kind of
all the
turned up.
females got corrupted
It,
in season two. Well, Vanessa in season one.
yeah, and I mean, Vanessa in season 2 didn't really have too much to do, but I mean, she was basically kind of doing her own thing, trying to get influence over the governor's office.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just kind of doing stuff behind the scenes, being buddy buddy with Heather. And it's like, other than that, Fisk was trying to just send her away at every point in time.
and she didn't want to go.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel
I
like
don't know why she showed up at the boxing match at
because
all,
she
to be
wanted to
honest
prove a
with you.
point
What point did she prove?
that
That
Wilson
she
can't
can
tell
get
her
killed?
what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, that's not how that works,
I mean, because that was the
clearly.
whole thing in the first season when Wilson came back because she was running the what was it, the 4 families or the 6 families or whatever.
The
She was
organization,
running
yeah.
all of that, and then he shows up, and then she's like, "Well, now you are in my ear talking about what we need to do and what we don't need to do." And you have this whole Red Hook thing. It's like I was doing just fine while you were gone,
This is true.
but
This
she
is
had
very
to she
true.
had to give it all up because he wanted to run for mayor.
It would have been more interesting to see her try to keep that side going with Kingpin trying to be more of the upstanding mayor, but still trying to, do back end stuff. I don't know. It was a strange twist to bring in this uh Northern Star, Norvarian Star, or whatever
The
the
Northern
name of the
Star,
boat
yeah.
was, Northern Star, and then sink it and kind of make the whole second season kind of about that.
Well,
Because again, it's like Tiamat sticking out of the ocean. It's there. You
they
gotta.
referred back to the to the Northern Star way more than they refer back to Tiamat.
It's one of those things. If you have a connected universe, you're like everybody got to see this now. It's
Right.
one of those things you everybody have to deal with, and it's like, nope, just Daredevil, go deal with it.
Well,
And
they
technically, it's still there.
I mean, no,
The boat.
because they got the stuff out. But I would imagine that however much time passes between the end of season 2 and Spider-Man, Brand New Day, I feel like they'll like retcon it and say that they got it out or whatever.
Mm, and Avenger Tower is still up. Got it.
I mean,
Got it.
they showed Avengers Tower in the show,
This is well. It's no longer. Oh yeah, it is Avengers Tower
new
again.
Avengers Tower now.
Is it though?
I mean, they were in it. None
Here's
of
the
the
thing. Since
original
we talking
Avengers are
about
anywhere to be found to be in
Here's
it.
the thing that we talk about the Avengers Tower, right? So
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing. Sam's the Avengers, but Yelena and Bucky are the Avengers, and yes, I'm saying both of them because it's them. Where is Sam's base of operation? Upstate Jersey, where the old campus was? And who's footing those bills? Because the government's backing the Avengers, and I'm pretty sure the trademark that he applied for is going to get
Well,
shot down by Val. She got connections.
is the government backing the Avengers or is it the Ox Group that's backing the Avengers?
Not screw. She works for the CIA.
Right, but which bank account is it being pulled from? That's the question.
Somebody's paying the bills and sending them on missions.
Somebody is paying the bills, yes, but
So
I think
Sam's group is more like
Sam's group
vigilantes.
was because Sam was essentially just working with the military.
Yes, but then the president says, "I want you to put the Avengers back together again."
I
So
mean, but that
maybe he
president is
has
also in
funding.
jail now, so
Well, it all depends on if that ink was dry after the contract was
I
signed.
mean, I
Because
don't think there was any contract signed
goddamn, Sam, you're not winning.
because after that,
You,
because what was it? What was it after the leader got away? I don't
he did
remember.
get away.
No, well, what I'm saying is I don't remember what happened where they were in the underground bunker and uh President Ross just essentially kicked Sam out and basically told him like he wasn't what did he tell him like you're not Iron Man or some shit like that or you're not
You're
Steve
not Steve
Rogers, yeah, you're not
Rogers.
Steve Rogers, yeah. So I don't think there was any contract. There was no ink to no ink to be dried. He asked him to do it, and Sam had hesitations. And then the next time he saw him, like, "You're not Steve Rogers. You never will be." And Sam was like, "Well, fuck you." So I don't know.
I got a shield. Oh, this is true. Like this, there's a state of an emergency right now in the MCU. We don't know who to rally behind. We got Yelena and Bucky's Avengers,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got Sam's Avenger, which we still don't know
I
who's on
don't
his
think Sam
squad.
has Avengers. It's just Sam and Falcon at this point.
Isaiah.
Isaiah's not going out there to fight nobody. Isaiah just want to be left alone. He's probably
I
still
don't
pissed at Sam
blame
for
him.
asking him to leave his house in the first place.
Messing up his good suit.
Messing up his suit. Got married in that suit.
All right. So in Daredevil, where do we go from this point? Because clearly the storyline for Kingpin has been wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
Dex has been recruited by Mr. Charles, probably in some Dark Avengers type of situation.
Possibly.
Val is still in charge. I'm pretty sure she has some part to play in season 3. What's your
Maybe.
projections for season 3?
Um. Well, as much as I tried to avoid
Good luck.
all of the set leak photos and all this other kind of stuff, I know that the Defenders are going to be back in season 3.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Jessica Jones is back now.
Luke Cage is
She
back
came
now.
back to New York. Shout out to Luke Cage and the actor that plays Luke Cage because he left on some controversial stuff, and I was like, oh, I guess he's not coming back, but he returned. Um, that continuity is important.
It is.
Will it bring back Iron Fist, the same Iron Fist?
They are. They are.
The set photos have leaked.
Yep.
Danny Rand is back
Danny
again,
Rand
baby.
is back. Finn Jones is back, or will be back in
Look,
season 3 as Danny Rand.
look for that amazing fight choreography.
I really hope that he got with Charlie Cox and like, look, they tore my ass up in the comments, and Iron Fist, can I train with you or something?
Can you call Stick? Can you call Stick real
Call
fast?
somebody, because I mean, like the fight between Matt and Fisk in like his little basement, I thought that fight was awesome. Like them anytime them two go at it to
No
me it always seems like a good fight because you never know who's going to get the upper hand and win.
That's what my thoughts are.
But
no paintings are safe.
No paintings are safe. No walls are safe either, apparently.
No walls are safe. What? Pink Fist punched the wall. He's a mutant. He punched the wall and he said, ow. Like, dude.
I don't think he's a mutant.
What is
He's just
going
strong.
on?
You can be super
Really?
strong, but I mean, that's still bone on concrete, so that's going to be a little bit of pain.
Dude, your hand should be broken. I'm sorry.
It should
you
be.
punching a brick
It should
or
be.
concrete or whatever it is in that column or that pillar. Stop. Let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room.
Speaking of pillars, did you see the wall after he picked the dude up and like bent his spine on the corner? Like when he fell, there was like it was caved in. So not only did he break his spine, but he pushed him through the wall and broke his spine.
The same thing he did with Dexter and Bullseye in like season 1 of Netflix. He broke his spine.
To a
That he
lesser
got the
extent.
titanium. Oh, he was holding back.
I mean, Dex is still alive. I don't know about that other guy.
Titanium spine for you, my boy. They don't have that in Kingpin care. Not Obama.
Do we even know who paid for that?
The titanium spine?
Was it Vanessa?
Vanessa.
Because she wanted him to kill. I mean, because that was all the way back in Netflix Daredevil, so I don't think that they really knew what was going to happen in Daredevil Born Again. But we never got a resolution as to who funded that surgery for him to come back.
He's a mute.
Is he? Or is he just naturally talented? I thought he was like Hawkeye.
I don't think Hawkeye is as deadly as Bullseye. I don't care.
I mean, he could be. Hawkeye's not running around throwing knives at people.
He's shooting arrows.
He's shooting arrows, but then most of the time it's either like some kind of trick arrow or it's an arrow going towards an enemy that's not human. Because he fought the Chitauri in Avengers, he fought the all of the Ultron bots in Age of Ultron.
Cities falling, fighting robots,
and I have a bow and arrow. Exactly. And
None
I
of
mean,
it makes sense.
We saw him in Infinity War. He was Ronin, and yeah, so he was killing people then because he thought he had lost all hope.
Aliens,
and then he was killing aliens, aliens, wizards, and androids. The big three. But yeah, and he was killing aliens in Endgame. So I mean, he could be
See.
deadly. He just chooses not to be.
Well, at his deadliest, he was Ronin.
At his deadliest, he was Ronin. Yes,
No arrows, just chopping
just
a zoo.
sword and slicing.
Didn't really kill too many people in Hawkeye either. The tracksuit mafia didn't really get killed.
No,
So
I mean, except those two that he shrunk down and the owl ate them.
didn't directly kill them, but they did. There's no way. There's no way that they're not dead. I know they're dead.
He's
Either they were
responsible
eaten
for
by the owl or fed to the young.
he's responsible for their deaths the same way BB is responsible for Daniel's death.
Directly. So sorry, I take that back. Directly. BB is definitely responsible for Daniel.
It is a straight line of correlation.
Dude, he didn't even get any in. He just
He
lost
really
his
didn't.
whole life.
He really didn't.
Like she played him. Her and Meg the Stallion should hang out. So I'm just saying, she's in the MCU. She could go call She-Hulk. They could twerk.
Maybe, but
So for projections for season 3,
prediction for season 3. We're getting Defenders back. We're getting Heather back as Muse, or whatever version of Muse that she's gonna be. I don't know if she's
gonna murder people or just taunt.
That's what I was about to say. I don't know if she's gonna go to the full extent of murdering people and painting with their blood. I don't know what she's gonna do. She's not an artist. She's gonna put it in ink and write a book.
That works. That works. Memoirs. Memoirs of the soul.
I don't know, because your antagonist of Fisk is all but eliminated from, the being a big bad of New York. It really depends on what happens with Brand New Day and Doomsday, because whatever happens in those is going to be the future of New York. Back? I mean, he's going to come back.
He's scheduled to be in the season 3.
It's been revealed that he's back in season 3.
To do what? He's nowhere he can go. He's not going to be the mayor again.
The only photo I've seen of him, he is has a very big white beard. So it's like he's looking like he's down on his luck, and I don't know what he's coming back to do.
Do you think the Defenders are going to play more of a role in season 3, or are we thinking a spinoff like a Defenders show?
I think it's going to be, out of however many episodes we have in a season, there's going to be like a core, like Defenders, like BC storyline that they're all going to come together to try to do something. But
more of what Luke Cage was doing in Jessica Jones' relationship.
I don't, maybe, because we still don't know what Luke was doing. We just know that the work over there was different. We don't even know what over there was. But first of all, Matt's got to get out of jail.
Oh, Spider-Man gonna break him out.
And
I don't think Spider-Man's gonna break him out. I think Spider-Man's gonna go visit, put a little something on his books. But I think
what money? What money? Where's Spider-Man? Did he pawn the key to the city? Get some money to put on Daredevil's books?
Never know, man. I'm gonna say this though. I think he's gonna try to go and get Matt to break him out, but Matt's gonna be like, "No, I need to stay in here because of the law."
So you're thinking that we're gonna get Charlie Cox in Brand New Day?
Well, without a doubt, there's no way you can. Why is the hand there? Unless the hand is a part of a montage, kind of like how they did with First Steps, how they showed Fantastic Four with a montage fighting villains.
Yeah, because it looked like he was fighting Boomerang and Tarantula, all of those like little slow motion scenes that they were showing in the trailer.
Right.
Possibly,
if that's a montage, but then the hand shows up more than once.
Right. And it still doesn't really give an explanation as to why the hand would be there in the first place. Because like any other villain of the week is like, yeah, that's just Spider-Man doing his Spider-Man thing. But to have the hand show up, like Spider-Man just doesn't fight the hand just on a random Tuesday. Like there's got to be something going on that they're involved with. But yeah, no, it makes sense. You know, how do you have the hand if they're not associated with Daredevil and Elektra by proxy, who I believe she hasn't been confirmed to come back for season 3, but there were like photos of her in the gym, the actress that plays Elektra, photos of her in the gym, and so people are speculating that she's getting in shape for season
Oh,
3.
in the comics, she's known to die and come back and die and come back again. So the
Right.
fact that she died in a Netflix series means nothing. If they want to bring her back, they'll bring her back. Or
But we
maybe
don't
she'll be
know
like
if
Quentin
she
Beck.
died.
She'll be in the background. What? Yeah, if you don't see her body,
Right.
Wanda.
Because the thing about it is, at the end of Defenders, both Matt and Elektra were at the bottom of the pit or whatever Dragon was. Whole thing collapsed. Matt got out. Still don't know how Matt got out. Maybe Elektra got him out, but he got out and he was back at the orphanage, to back at the church, being nursed back to health to go into Daredevil season 3 on Netflix. But we haven't seen Elektra since that. So I mean, reason stands to believe that she got out too, and so she's alive and just out there somewhere. Last time she came back from the dead, she didn't have really much of a memory, I think. So who knows?
My prediction: what happens in season 3, Daredevil? Matt Murdock gets shot.
I feel like that's a given at this point.
Did he get shot in season 1? Uh huh. Uh huh. While you think about
I'm
it,
trying to think of everything he did in season 1.
I will take an opportunity to say Mr. VIP Frankie Washington was wrong because I have predicted that Matt Murdock would end up in a dumpster, and he wasn't. He was not in a dumpster. In 2 seasons, he has not returned to the trash dumpster that he always resides in. Because, he's not super. He's
He is not super.
Department Department of Damage Control is not
He is
looking
not
good. He
on
is
their
not on the
radar at
radar.
all.
He is not a threat. He's just a guy in a mask with a stick that
every
has
every
agility.
every other day there's some analyst that runs into the office and be like, I mean, Daredevil, I mean, he was basically zipping
Right
through the
here.
air. It's kind of like what Spider-Man is doing. It's like, if you don't get the fuck out of my face with this Daredevil shit,
You're fired, Craig. One more time. You're fired, Craig. I'm telling you.
we need real
So
superpowered people. But I don't know. Maybe they might think that he does have superpowers now that they know that a blind man is Daredevil. How do you feel about the reveal?
Iron Man ish. But
Hundred
like you
percent.
said, if you really look at the meta version of Charlie Cox playing Daredevil, I mean, it's just a rite of passage at this point in time. Claim it. You've been paying them for over a decade. And like you said, he is Daredevil, and you can't dispute it because, again, who else you want to be your Daredevil? I mean, eventually, at some point, when you decide to hang up the helmet, somebody else will walk in those shoes, but they're going to have to step big because those steps are big steps to be filled. He's Daredevil, and I think it's going to be hell and high water coming in the future because again, not the distinction out of Marvel and DC, there aren't no real secret identities in Marvel. Like everybody knows Tony Stark is Iron Man and
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows Steve Rogers is Captain America. Even if they want to say Sam Wilson is Captain America, there's no secret identity. So I think the last one or two guys, even the swordsman identity has been revealed.
Right.
You know, the White Tiger identity was revealed. Not saying the new one is going to be revealed, but you know these characters. And outside of Spider-Man, which nobody knows who Peter Parker is at this point
Mm-hmm.
in the show, there aren't really any secret identities. Bruce Banner is the Hulk. You can go right up to him. Stay green. Listen to your mom. It's no secret on who he is. So it's interesting to see how that's going to go about in the future, and everybody knows who Daredevil is.
Right. Like, how do you
Just like
go about
the di-
being a vigilante when everybody knows who you are?
it was different for Iron Man because even though Tony Stark is Iron Man,
He
you're still not touching him. He's still a billionaire. He still has
Right.
security. You're not getting close to him like
And
that,
he's not
and
solving street level crimes. Iron Man is,
at all.
in Monaco fighting Whiplash. He's in wherever they were, like on a big barge fighting Killian, and all of these like very large set pieces that he's fighting a Hulk in South Africa. Like he's not on the street fighting, stopping a purse snatcher or something like that. He's not
Exactly.
investigating, gang crimes and
Anything.
trying to save people. Yeah, he's not investigating anything. He gets all his
Anything.
he gets all his intel from whatever AI he was using at the time. But yeah, so there's no, with everyone knowing that Iron Man is Tony Stark, there's,
Yeah.
like you said, still no way to get access to him unless he
Right.
wants you to have access to him. Whereas
Like you're not about to
Daredevil,
run up on She-Hulk either.
right,
Daredevil's a regular guy. Like, oh, I seen him. I seen Matt Murdock right there across the street at Josie. Let's go punch him in the face. Let's just all go and beat him up. Like, you're. There's a reason in comic book lore that you have a secret identity,
right.
not for the crimes. I mean, you literally got arrested for your crimes as Daredevil. Broke the law as Daredevil.
It's
So if
like,
you would have never said
like
anything,
I was like, for attempted murder, something, and a whole bunch of other crimes. Like,
yeah,
can't
like
even
dude,
list
we'll
them
be here
all.
all day. We'll be like the book. We'll
Right.
throw the whole book at you. Now you're a really good lawyer, but who go rep you? Who
I mean, he
She
could
Hulk?
represent himself.
She Hulk could come.
She-Hulk could come to New York.
I would really appreciate if She Hulk was to stay exactly what it was and been an episodic lawyer show
Yeah.
about superheroes and the things that they did and need representation, and then deal with her love life in that vein.
Right.
That would have been a perfect show. Not
Yeah.
the fourth. She could still broke the fourth wall, but still not take control and rewrite her own show.
Do it more like a Zach Morris Saved by the Bell type thing.
Yes, perfect. Still in frame, still in the universe, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, fourth wall breaks will not change things.
Right. Like,
Just have to deal with the things that she's dealing with.
mm-hmm. Give her
Oh,
like external observations of the things that are happening and internally in her life in the show. Yeah, I think that would have been a way better format than what they did.
yeah. You can still have the Televincia or Televincia, whatever that is,
Intelligentsia,
Encyclopedia,
that's
whatever.
what it was.
See, I knew you was gonna get it. I had faith
It
in you
took
the
a
whole
minute.
time.
It only took
We
it only took an hour and 18 minutes.
I only took the show. It's okay. That's what they're here for. And you still would have had those protagonists in it and still have her
Mm-hmm.
fight crime in it. Still could have had Daredevil in it, but not have her control the narrative of her show because I would like to see a season two of She-Hulk. I think we had something going.
Yeah,
I would like to see She-Hulk season two more than I would like to see Echo season two. And
100%.
I'm just being I'd rather see that before Secret Invasion season two.
1,000%.
Just saying. I'm just saying. But it's going to be interesting to see where he goes with it. All right,
Yeah.
so let me give you my high points of the show.
Yes, because I want to know what was your high point and your low point.
I actually like the flashback with Foggy because I'm a Foggy guy. There's something about him being that grounded guy for Daredevil. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you're doing too much. Like he was the moral compass in a
Mm-hmm.
sense when Matt has lost his way.
Yeah.
Now he does not have that, and somebody else needs to be that for him because
You sure as
he
hell ain't
throwing guys
Karen.
off building. No, Karen, like kill them all, and let God sort them out. Karen, I want to see Karen just go ahead and become a full vigilante because she on her way. She could be the female
I
Punisher.
mean,
Like
we saw
Frank, give me your
training.
best.
We saw training.
Mm. Something's coming with Karen. She gonna get back in her true blood form and start running over people. Um, but that mercy, especially in that, I don't agree necessarily with that. But here's what I did like about the show:
Mm-hmm.
the actual legal aspect. Because Matt Murdock is an attorney; he's a lawyer, and I say attorney, not lawyer, because those who know knows. But practicing attorneys are licensed to do what they're doing, and you see in his younger days that you're having an argument about what's right, what's wrong, the law, and your responsibility as a lawyer to your client. And I
Mm-hmm.
thought that dynamic was like how Doorman for Wonder Man kind of was the episode that can make you really bring this whole world together and say he's a superhero, but he's a lawyer first
Right.
because he wants to make sure that everybody gets due process, everybody is tried. Like you don't just go and kill them. Everybody could change, given the opportunity that they could, and that gives you more of an understanding why he doesn't kill. And I think we need more of that to explain why Daredevil just doesn't kill, because it makes when he pushed Dex off the roof that much more impactful. Like,
Right.
dude, you killed my moral compass.
Right.
Like some things are just off limits, and you cross that line, which again makes him not forgiving him, but working with him that much more impactful.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was a peak for me. The low point, like all the shit that just didn't make sense. We can sit here and go about it all day, but all the shit that didn't make sense. Like it took a long time for I think her name's Angela to come into her tiger power white tiger total powers,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't get any inkling of that
And she just
happening.
show up in hallway
She just show up, bouncing off the walls, and like,
and beating a dude to
whoa,
death.
like when did that happen?
She took
Like
that
you said,
gun and she was bashing that dude's head in.
and it would have been awesome if we would have got some discovery of that because we're sitting waiting for that to happen, and boom, it's in your face.
Right.
So we could have had more development than that. We could have had a lot more development. I mean, like you said, having Heather become more the muse and dealing with that a little bit more. And building this relationship a little bit more with BB and
And Daniel, yeah.
Daniel, because again, it comes off as she's a horrible person,
And
and
it makes
I
him
know
just
that's
look
not what
like a
they were
sucker.
shooting for.
Yeah.
Well, Drake. I mean, I'm not saying Drake like that, but I'm saying Drake like soft music, sucker type of stuff.
Cause
Not Drake himself. I'm saying the type of.
sure.
Okay, I can't take it back.
But it's like he Buck told him. Buck warned
Hmm.
him. And it's like you see it
Several times.
several times. Like you see it clear as day in your face. And you still giving her the benefit of the doubt. And it's like, why? What has she done for you? Like she didn't put you in that position in the mayor's office. You got that all on your
Nope.
own. Everything
All on
that
his
you've
own.
accomplished, you've done on your own. The only thing that BB has done is get you questioned about if you've been leaking information and causing headaches for you because you have to investigate what's going on.
Yes, you over public relations. You need to be on top of this. When Fisk is talking to him, you say, "Is there somebody you feel as though you need to protect?"
Like,
And he
yes,
responded,
you.
"You." Who was like, "You gonna be all right.
Right. I was like, that's the perfect
You know
answer.
what to say,
That is
right?
100%.
You
That's an exact right
clearly you
answer.
studying, and then you go and do some fuckboy shit, Drake.
Right.
I'm just saying, not the. I'm just saying. Not Drake, but I'm saying like, lover boy type. Because you over there simping, she ain't giving you no act right. Even when she with you, y'all getting combative. It's like make that make sense.
Right.
Like maybe show her a little more interested than just going to his house and then having a change of heart because the change of heart really ain't warranted. He was a good kid or good guy all throughout y'all knowing each other. He's
Mm-hmm.
been telling you, yo, if you doing something, stop. If you're doing something, stop. I know you're doing something.
Right.
I can't really prove it, but I know it. Stop. Like, because I'm trying to keep us safe. And then he even tell her, like, I can't protect you from him.
Right.
But there was no immediate action after that. It wasn't like Buck was on his way. She's still doing the things. They're like, fuck what you talking about, boy. I'm getting these clicks. I'm getting these likes. I'm getting these shares, these comments. But was she? Because like you said, we don't know who was looking at this. Who you doing this for?
Right.
For the city of New York.
Sure.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Like I understand you motivated to avenge your uncle. Right. I got that. Ben was dear to us all. Uncle Ben. Get it? I'm just saying you're going about it the wrong way.
Still
And you could have got yourself killed.
still kept The only things that are certain in life are death, taxes, and Uncle Ben will always die.
Listen, I don't know if it was Jack Kirby or Stan Lee who really had something against uncles named Ben. If your name is Ben and you're in the MCU or the Marvel, it's not looking good. Or if you're a captain, or a captain, or who else it is, Captain Stacy, or what's the, or Uncle Ben, you're
Yeah,
gonna get whacked at
yeah,
some point in time.
that is true.
It's a matter of time. So, with all that being said, Spider, did they knock it out the park? Is Daredevil on Disney Snaps super? Season two, not season one.
For
Here we go.
for all of its faults, for
Flaws,
all of its
faults, bad
flaws, for
wigs.
all of its inconsistencies, for all of its bad wigs, I still enjoy the season. I still had a good time watching it.
Mm.
I still it was a lot of highs and a lot of lows, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of things that didn't make
Ah.
sense, a lot of things that made a lot of sense and that were very interesting to see and very entertaining to watch.
Mm.
I
Mm.
enjoyed it, but I don't know if it was super. There were
Damn.
there were really good moments. The fight scenes were
Okay.
great. The fight choreography was great. The all of the stuff that Dex did as Bullseye. The motivation was all over the place, but the way
Mm.
that it was captured was fun.
Mm.
Him going into the diner, getting the milkshake, taking the toothpick in the straw and shooting it out with the forks and killing the dude with a
Mm.
lobster. You know, like whispering to the
Different.
dude, going up to the dude was like, don't bring your dogs in restaurants. That's unsanitary.
Planetary. You knew that. You'll
and
never do it again.
it just went to show like how unhinged he was. And then
Yeah.
him going to the in the last episode when they're across the street from the courthouse and the guy is up in the window dressed as
Mm-hmm.
Bullseye. He's supposed to be a sniper going
Mm-hmm.
to take a shot at Murdoch and they're trying to frame Bullseye for it. And he comes up there and just is having fun, just throwing knives
Yeah.
all over the place. I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen a Bullseye because I mean we haven't seen too many representations of Bullseye in
I said
media.
Colin
In
Farrell.
well, I mean as far as either live action or animated.
Okay.
But in any regards, I don't think I've seen a Bullseye where he took a knife and knocked somebody out with the butt of the knife after it's
Mm.
ricocheted off like four surfaces. And he just went in there and he was having fun. He killed the
He's a
dude and he
mutant.
was just like, poser. And then he goes
Poser.
and it just gets ready to line up a shot. But
What was the intentions to arrest the fake bullseye like right after? Because other than that, why are you dressed as like you can't see your sniper from across the courthouse?
probably they're
Uh,
probably gonna just like make him like a scapegoat because what they were doing, I think, because they had all of the AVTF like roaming the hallways. So when the
uh-huh.
shot happened and Matt would have gotten shot, then they would have said, "Oh, AVTF is on the scene." They would have went up there. They would have got the guy. They would have brought him out. And said, "Oh, it was Bullseye that did it." And whoever that guy in the suit was would have just taken the fall and had to go to jail.
Not a good
Either
plan.
that or would they, like got him like make him disappear, give him a fake name, all that other kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
they would have, yeah, got
Honestly,
him
I
out.
don't know because I feel like they really didn't care about each other and say they probably would have put him in jail.
Hey, loose ends, loose ends.
Because you think about it, because everybody knows who Bullseye is. They know Dex is Bullseye because he was in a
Yeah, you've been
very
arrested
public.
before.
He was a very public court case. And so if they would have dragged him out and unmask him, that's not Dex. Is there another Bullseye? Well, I don't know. But yeah,
Copycat,
and
yeah,
it's
he's
just
a mutant too.
yeah, and it's stuff like that. Questions that don't get answered. My question: Did Kirsten know prior to Matt revealing himself that he was Daredevil?
I think she has suspicions.
I feel like even if she has suspicions, when the reveal happened, there was no reaction from her. Like they were in
That's why I say I think she had suspicions.
but I feel like even if like when they're in the back rooms, like I understand the city is under siege right now. There's all this kind of shit going on, but I think like at least corner Matt for like 2 seconds, like you couldn't fucking tell me you were Daredevil, like just in passing, something
Or
shows,
even say, I fucking knew.
right, something like
Yeah,
that. But they made no acknowledgement of her of having any type of reaction, and then when they're in the bag and he's getting dressed, she's just cool with it. Like, yeah, my blind, partner is
yeah.
Daredevil.
It's all
Cool.
right. Because, when he showed up to get information about, being blindfolded and taken to talk to the swordsman,
Mm-hmm.
I think somewhere along the line with her asking Karen before, where's Matt? I can't tell you that, but he's safe.
Yeah.
I think she kind of put it
Yeah,
together,
because
but no, it
she's
was
smart.
never. Well, yeah,
And
she's
I love the way that she handled that case. Like the for her representing Karen. Just like I know Matt came in and he kind of like finished it off, but I love the way that Kirsten was able to like get into the judges' faces and be like, all this is
kangaroo
bullshit.
court.
Right. And they're like, there's no jury here. You don't have to, enough with all the grandstanding. And she's like, really? There's like 12 cameras right here, but there's no
Right.
jury? Like, no. If you want to put on a show, we're going to put on a fucking show. So yeah, there
It
were there
was
were
fun.
there were good moments, and there were just moments that was just let me, and this is the last thing that just
What?
pissed me all the way the fuck off. Episode 1, Matt goes into the
Uh-huh.
Northern Star, finds the guns, takes a watch,
Uh-huh.
puts the watch into the case so that way he
In the
can hear the
crate,
watch
yeah.
ticking so he can know where the weapons are. You're telling
Yeah.
me 6 episodes later, where these guns have moved 5 locations, that,
Differently, yeah.
that fucking watch is still in that crate? They
Nope.
went inside and got guns out and nobody got the watch out
Right.
of the crate?
So what's his name? Paul?
Powell?
Powell. Not a good guy. Not a
No.
good social. He probably saw the watch and left it in there.
And
Because again,
it had to have gone through I don't know how many hands, because they took them out of the crates and put them in different crates so they could move them,
right, right.
and nobody got the watch.
Yeah, they put the watch in the new crate.
They're like, oh, this must be in here. Just that 9mm watch that we gotta
Yeah,
have with
this
the gun.
that new watch. Like, you got to wear the watch so the gun can work. I
Right.
don't. I
And so it's just shit like that. Yeah, just like, like if somebody thought about it for 2 seconds, you're like, yeah, we know that we're taking away a lot of things that aren't realistic, or a lot of things that are supposed to be realistic for the sake of this is a superhero comic book show. But there are
fuck
just some
that.
things that a level of realism is just like that
The
doesn't make
suspension of
sense.
disbelief level is high. I
It
need you to
is
bring that
very
all the way
high.
down.
It
So
is very high. But
and there's a reason that it's high, though, Spider. It's 2026. The audience wants stuff that makes sense, or at least connect those threads better.
something just give it a little bit more believability. It's just, yeah, I know you got to have it some kind of way. And I mean, they didn't really even need to like go back to the watch because Jessica was there. She's a private investigator. Her
And
contacts
she know the
let her
guns are
know.
there. She
Right.
came and told
She
her.
told you
Tell
where the
him
guns were.
the guns were here. You don't need confirmation.
We don't need the watch.
Yep, they watched them.
What I did enjoy, and I thought was so fucking funny, Jessica just bashes through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man, and then you just see Daredevil. And he like goes through
Through
the
the
door.
door.
Like you can just jump through the hole behind her. Like why?
I gotta make my own entrance.
He has to make his own entrance.
Jessica Jones is here, and Daredevil too.
Right. So again, it's just the balance of like shit that don't make sense, and then it's like they immediately make up for it by having a real funny moment that didn't even need to be there, but it was hilariously placed, and then you get this great fight scene. And so, I mean, I just feel like if there was more consistency between, because the action was great, the fight choreography was great, the intensity and the very tense moments were great, but outside of like the legal stuff, everything else was just like flat. Like the whole thing with trying to kill the governor, like we said, you know, with BB's videos, the rounding up all of the people that were captured and then having them like do their video confessions, like, yeah, that it means something. It's propelling the plot, but it didn't really feel like it made that much of a difference. It feels like that the city was going to rise up no matter what, just because of the way that things were happening. And we would have gotten to that conclusion anyway. And it just all came to a head in the courtroom scene. And then the thing about it is that it didn't even have to, because Fisk didn't have to testify. And even Buck asked him, he's
Not at
like, "Are you
all.
sure you want to do this?"
Yeah. He
You
could have
have a
said no.
man
The
that's
mayor.
been so calculated this entire time since Vincent D'Onofrio was introduced as Wilson Fisk in Daredevil season 1 on Netflix. He has been 5 steps ahead of Matt Murdock almost the entire time. He go to
Well, it's
jail, get
Disney. You
out of
got to
jail,
nerf
go
him.
to jail, get out of jail, disappears, he's still running everything, kills whoever he wants to, never gets caught for it. And even when he did get caught, go to jail, get out of jail. And you mean to tell me that all this time you think that your ace in the hole is that because you know who Daredevil is, you can reveal it and that's going to ruin Matt's life. But then you say to him that you can ruin his life, basically giving
Well,
him the incentive to do it himself, because that's going to turn everything against you. Because the only credible witness that was still alive, that was on the Northern Star, is Daredevil. And Daredevil's going to testify in court. Can he? Well, Daredevil's right here. I'm Daredevil. And it's like,
why do we even need that when we had the video testimonial that said that I was told to scuttle the ship? I know it was the Kingpin. It was the mayor. It was the mayor of New
because
York.
according to Hochberg, the witness
He not
wasn't
there.
present, so it should be inadmissible. But again, you have the shit that don't make sense, but then you have this great back and forth where Matt is questioning Wilson and Hochberg is like, "Don't answer that." He's like, why don't you not answer it? And he's like, "Don't answer that, I will answer it." And it's like that
Go against the
intensity,
grain.
just, it was so good. But it's like you have all of these really really good moments overlapping like a very mediocre season. And those good moments, so it was like little peaks, like in every episode it was like one or two, it was like, oh, these are like really good moments, but for the rest of the episode it's just like, it was okay. You know, there's
Like the BB
some
report.
memorable moments. Right. So with that, I just, it didn't cross that line to get to super for me. It was enjoyable, I liked it. Would I go back and watch it again, the whole season? Probably not. Would I go back and like rewatch some of like those high points, the fight scene between Wilson and Daredevil in the like little basement? Yeah, I'll go back and watch that. The fight when he's fighting all of the AVTF, when he's releasing the prisoners, when he's fighting them with Jessica, when they're fighting them in the hallway in the courthouse, yeah, I'll go back and watch those. But the rest of the story is just so meh. And it's just like,
Questions.
yes.
2 questions. Based off what you just said, it spawned 2 questions,
Okay.
maybe 3 if I can be lucky enough to squeeze that one in. One, since you're talking about the inconsistencies,
Mhm.
what's up with Jessica Powers? Like, they're here, they're there. What are your thoughts on them deciding to take her powers away
I
with no
mean,
explanation?
it, well, I mean, she did kind of explain it. She said that since she's had Danielle, it's, her powers have been kind of like on a frisk. Like sometimes they like just go out. And I mean,
Say
just
invincible. Like,
real, but I mean, but realistically, when women have children, their bodies
yeah,
go
the
through,
emotions and hormones, and
yeah,
yeah,
they
that's
go
a
through like
way too
intense
right.
hormonal changes. So it's not outside of
Mm-hmm.
the realm of possibility to say that your physiology is different now that you've had a child.
Compromise.
And so,
Yeah.
like you said,
It's,
you know, we don't have instruction manuals for this shit. I was experimented on as a child, so I don't know how this shit works. So maybe
you think
this
her
is,
daughter has powers?
maybe she was holding a hand grenade. Maybe she
For
did
like
this.
5 hours.
Right. Maybe she did the same thing that Wanda did to put a hex spell on it so it wouldn't
That
explode.
was the other thing. I wanted to bring that up because it was like this. bomb or flash bomb or grenade or whatever we're going to say it was should have went off.
It should
She's
have gone
dancing
off.
around the kitchen. So maybe
Because I mean,
probability, maybe she was a witch.
even if you're special forces or infiltrating force, and you're throwing in whether it's a flash bomb, whether it's a smoke grenade, you cook it so when you throw it in, it's gonna go off. You don't want to
Right.
throw it in where they have an opportunity to pick it up and then throw it back out. So it should have
Hawkeye.
went off as soon as it landed, unless you're running up there with dud grenades. Then again, still doesn't make sense. But yeah, that her hand should have blown off. She should have been blinded. Something should have happened to that little
Something.
girl holding
Something.
that grenade. And then
That's
Jessica
what I
just
said.
comes in
Maybe she has
and
problems.
deactivates it. So I don't know. Maybe it was something like a power dampener or something like that, to where if Jessica
Mm.
was in the house, she wouldn't have been able to use her abilities. But since she was taking them on outside, then
That's what Mr. Charles fuck up.
yeah.
Second question that I have. I know Daredevil since season one, Netflix is known for this hallway fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
And, so much so the Punisher had a hallway fight scene.
Yep.
Daredevil season two had a hallway fight scene. So much so that the Guardians of the Galaxy had a hallway shootout scene. Are we stuck with hallway fight scenes for Daredevil? Because he just had a hallway fight scene in this one.
Yeah.
Season two, hallway fight scene. Are we locked in? Season three, guess what's coming? Not a hallway, a long corridor.
I mean, they did that in the Defenders. They had the long corridor fight scene with all four
What's
of them.
the other? What is the other one that I saw that was so crazy? And I don't think it was the MCU, or maybe it was. I don't remember. Maybe it was Shang-Chi. They had the fight scene. It was a hallway, but everybody was staggered behind this very wall. Like you had to go through the fight scene, but they had to release the next wave. It's still a hallway
Oh,
fight scene.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen
Well,
that
don't
one.
worry about it. It'll come up later on somewhere along the line.
But
But there was a whole. I think it might have been Star Wars or something.
oh yeah, because I think that was the Mandalorian. I think.
There you go. Could be
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, with the door.
red one.
Yep. Yep. I think that's what it was.
Yep.
I think that was the
Yep.
Mandalorian.
So we're locked into the fight scenes in the hallways, basically.
I think we are, but not in the sense of. I feel like not in the sense of they're forcing a hallway fight scene where there doesn't need to be one. Because I think at least in
But there's always.
right, if you're gonna be fighting indoors, there's probably gonna be a hallway that you're gonna be fighting down. But like in season one, where Daredevil and Bullseye were fighting, they were fighting up the stairs, they were fighting in the bar, they were fighting on the roof, not necessarily in a hallway. Where we were in the courtroom, coming out, like going through the back halls, like yes, it makes sense because Matt and Jessica are trying to get out via the back hallway. So yeah, they're in the hallway. Fisk told them to make sure that they don't leave here alive. Again, another thing, all these news cameras in here, you're telling your task force, make sure you go kill these two people.
Murder.
And
Murder.
and nobody has anything to say about that.
It's the mayor of New York. His words are absolute, even though the governor is like right over there.
Right.
We're not going to listen to her.
No.
We're going to listen to the mayor. He loves the city.
He's given everything for the city. But
Daredevil's voice is enough to stop a mob from murdering a man, even though they're sick of him. Like, we're better than this. We're better than this. Dude, you dress up and attack people all the time. Let me get some punches.
Let me get my licks in. You know that person that was like 3 or 4 people back was like pissed off because they were like right about to get up there and punch him.
Oh
like
my God.
Because of the Safer Streets initiative, they got like a ticket written or had some fine that they had to pay, and they've been waiting.
Family
just to get
member got snatched.
exactly. Just been waiting to get close enough to Fisk to just punch him one time. Like I don't even need to hurt him. I just need to punch him in the shoulder or something just to get some aggression out, and then Daredevil come and stop me. Like, man, this dude.
You trying to get all the punches yourself.
Right. But no, I think that I feel like just in the same way how it's like Ryan Coogler and his signature long take. Like
Oh,
that's his trademark.
goats.
I feel like
Yeah.
a trademark of a Daredevil season is that you're going to have Daredevil in the hallway fighting. And I think it's like I say, it like it shouldn't be, oh, Daredevil's in this train yard and there just happen to be these train containers that are all lined up and now he's going working his way through. I don't think it's ever going to be a situation where they're
It
forcing
should be.
him into a hallway fight scene.
Where
But
they open up the box car and more hand come out.
exactly. But I feel like since he is a ground level superhero, there are going to be times where he's fighting people indoors and there's going to be hallways and there's going to be
Well,
corridors.
it it works for him because again, it's controlled, keeps the focus here, and
Mm-hmm.
if he's using echolocation and sonar
It
location
gives
to
him
be able
more
to,
for the sound to bounce off
yeah,
of. Well, as at the same time,
right.
giving him more things to bounce off of. Because I
This
do
is
like
true
the
because
way
he
that they
can throw
showed
his
him.
baton and
I like the way that they showed him how he was able to get around since he was already limping because of the leg. He would like just throw his baton, stick it into a wall, and then just pull himself down the hallway.
saved his life more than once. I need to see like the motor inside of this thing because
It's
I
something.
don't know if Batman's grappling hook works as well as this goddamn baton retracts.
They got to be like what and
I'm
what
just
on the
saying.
same level, I think.
I'm just saying. He's got a zip line right in his hand. Like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's not, but I need to see the schematics on how this thing works because it looks like a walking
And
stick,
who's
but it's
maintaining
clearly
that?
not.
Because I don't think he had like an engineering degree.
Hey, shut up. So they did a lot. They did a
They
lot.
did
They
do
did
a
a
lot.
lot with this season. I don't know how much more they gonna do in season three.
I mean, enough for them to make another season. But the question has to be asked and answered by you, Mr. VIP Frankie
That's a lot.
Washington.
It's a lot.
Was Daredevil Born Again season 2 super?
No, fuck no, no.
Not
Fuck
just a no, a fuck
no,
no.
no, fuck no. And listen, that's a lot of people that did a lot of work on this, but
Mm-hmm.
it was clearly was edited wrong. I'm not gonna say wrong because it was enjoyable still. I still tuned in. I wanted to know. And contrary to popular belief, I said this on our show before. I am not opposed to Daredevil. I just wish he go sit down. Because I don't want him to get hurt like he get hurt. And he get hurt a lot. The guy got shot a lot. And I know he could take a punch. But again,
I
dude,
mean,
you have
apparently
an
he could take a bullet too.
opportunity, right? What's that armor for? Which is not doing nothing.
I mean, he's not like the other superheroes where he wears his armor under his clothes. So
I just need his armor to work. Like,
it
you're
does
still
work
in New
because
York.
when he got shot, he was out of the armor. Both of the
This
times
is
he got
true.
shot. One time he was in a tuxedo. The other time he was in a suit.
You need to go find John Wick. Same city.
You,
Same city. You could go see the tailor. Matt Murdock can afford a suit.
can he?
I mean, well, yeah.
He
He's
hasn't been
working
making
at
too
a
much
different
money.
law firm now.
I mean, he had
So
been until his apartment got blown up and he'd been in hiding.
he really wasn't making a lot of money at her law firm either, because they were taking a lot of pro bono work too.
Yeah.
Plus, he was asking for pro bono work. So and that's the thing about the superhero gig, right? You're not supposed to do it for financial gain. It's more like a service.
Mm-hmm.
You're protecting people, not Deadpool or Blade, which is more realistic. It's like, how do you think we fund this organization?
Right.
Like, we gotta pay bills too. The the
Like
Blade mobile needs
this
gas,
technology is not cheap.
right?
Like
Who you
all
think
these
making these
gadgets.
weapons? That's more realistic. So, you got to get paid some kind of way. It's
Yeah.
not like a Falcon situation. It's like, how are you guys getting
Government
paid?
contracts. Like
Mm,
the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, how did you like?
yeah,
Was this 5 year gap? Like, dude, I was snapped. I was gone.
that ain't even fair. Man can't get a loan. Got to fix the boat. Like, the struggle is real.
Yeah.
But it was like you said. There were enjoyable moments. There were interesting moments, and then there was kerfuddles. That there were more kerfuddles in the season than I'm not gonna say then enjoyable moments because, like you
Hmm.
said, those highs were high,
Yeah.
but those lows was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we sort of almost feel like you was watching something different. And then they came with the Foggy episode, and I was like, oh,
I thought that,
y'all should have,
yeah, I thought
y'all
that
should
was
have never
done
killed him.
really well.
Yeah, he's clearly the glue that holds things. I hope they fake his death and bring him back,
I hope so
because
too. I would
why
love to see
not?
more Foggy.
Yeah, and you never know how much you need him till he gone.
Right.
I don't want to lose him and see him on a sitcom with somewhere else or somebody else doing something else. He's perfectly suited to be matched moral compass and high ground, even if it comes at a cost of their friendship uh coming to a head sometimes. Because now we're gonna have the defenders coming along, and who's gonna talk Matt down, or who's gonna be the voice of reason? Because again, one of the high points of the show was the legal side of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, you got this vigilante going out at night and trying to investigate or stop crime, and but he's doing that like he defended Hector and said, one of the craziest things, he wasn't in possession of his amulet, so he wasn't vigilante. It was just a regular fight, and
Right.
he threw the guy. He didn't mean to throw the guy into the train, and it's at the same time that to me was more intriguing and interesting because it's a lawyer show that's a crime fighter. Seemed more like it was Daredevil just doing stuff and not doing stuff, and then sometimes doing stuff and then not doing stuff. I was like, where are we going? What are we doing? And then Kingpin's kind of like running things, but not running things.
Hmm.
Like, what mayor gets into a boxing match? Who was that for?
I
Why was
think it
that
was supposed to be
happening?
for
What was that
charity. I
proving?
think.
Was it though?
But then he killed the
Like,
dude.
dude died, and obviously he's not going to go into jail for that because underneath boxing law, if you die in the ring, you're protected because it's supposed to be a sanctioned fight. You
Yeah.
take the risk, but at the same time, you kill that dude, and you want. Like, was that to blow off steam? Because if that's the case, you could have took somebody to your dungeon and just killed them.
I
Because
think it was just
fight
for
a vigilante
it was for
in the
sport.
ring.
It was for sport until Vanessa distracted him and a dude landed a punch. After that, then it was for revenge. That was blowing off steam because he even after he dropped the dude, he was about to get on top of him and start
Yeah,
like wailing on him.
and he knew he wasn't gonna get touched. I could see if there was really a celebrity touch. No, it's like when a prince in a fairy tale, so they fighting, but the guard or the trainer is gonna hold back because you can't hurt the prince. You
Right.
got to answer to the king, and the king go throw you to the lions or feed you to the wolves or something go happen. But so you go push him up to the limit, but you go hold back. Kind of like when Flash outrun Superman. Like that's for charity, Clark. And he was gone. If you know, you know. But nah, it wasn't super, my guy. It wasn't. Does that mean I don't want to see season three? That's not the response. Yes, I would love to see season three. And keep in mind, season one and season two was recorded, even though they probably went back and did reshoots.
Hmm.
It was already. I remember they said in season one it was like 24 something
It was
episodes,
supposed to
18
be
episodes,
yeah, it's supposed to be 18 episodes.
and then
And then
next
they
thing you
split
know, it
it.
was eight.
Yep.
They split it, and it's like, so this was already in the can, most of it, if not all of it. I'm sure there was reshoots, of course,
Yeah.
with the bad wigs, but I'm looking to see what they're gonna do with season three because now we got a knack of what we want to do and what we want to
Hmm.
say. And if we bring the defenders in, that's more story to tell because again, we don't know what Luke Cage was doing. And we're kind of curious of what Jessica Jones was doing. Nobody cares what Iron Fist was doing at all. Nobody cares at all what he was doing. I hope he was taking karate lessons or
Something.
let call Shang-Chi. Get him to teach you something. Shang-Chi. Can we get a West Coast Avengers so we can get Shang-Chi
Right?
back? Or we could have Wonder Man, Shang-Chi. We also on the West Coast, Scott Lang.
Hmm.
We could get the Wasp in there, Hope Van Dyne. That's four right there. We need a fifth strong man. We got who else
I
is
mean,
out
Wonder
there that
Man will
we
be a
could
strong
use?
man.
No, you need like a heavy, heavy.
Oh.
Like Yeah,
Ye-
like like a abomination or something, like a Hulk or somebody. That's
I don't think we got
like
another one of those right now.
how they had in the Suicide Squad, how they had King Shark. You need
Yeah,
somebody like that, like Playman or something. I don't know who on the West Coast. So I'm just saying, call Snoop. Snoop could get somebody. Call
that
Kendrick. They
that's,
got the West Coast stuff.
that's not a heavy. Neither one of them are heavies.
Both of those are big heavies. What are you talking about? They could set the West Coast on. Bust, bust.
Maybe in a different way, but not through pure strength.
Yeah, don't break it. Drake. What? It's gonna be interesting to see where they go, though. It is gonna be interesting to see where they go. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna lean more towards the Defenders than a Daredevil kind of thing. It's kind of like
Yeah.
how Boba Fett, the story of Boba Fett had more Mandalorian than the
Right.
story of Boba Fett. Because where else can you go with Daredevil? I mean, even if they bring Kingpin back, he can't play a major role unless it's in the shadows,
Right.
you know. And they say he left New York, but he's just on a beach. He could be anywhere.
He's not on the beach. He's on a fucking soundstage.
Well, this is
Badass.
true. It could be like
Fucking awful blue screen.
it's kind of feel like when Nick Fury was in space. Like, who got my shoes? Why you let somebody steal your shoes? Who's stealing Nick Fury's
I
shoes?
don't know.
I'm
Nope.
just throwing that out there.
Probably one of
The same.
the cats. One of the flirkins.
Remember when Miss Marvel's friend got her shoes stolen? Same kid. Same kid stole her shoes.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that supposed to be like a whole investigative point of the show that they never went back to?
Nah, see, that's what I'm saying. You edited all kind of crazy. I understand you trying to make it fit. Yeah, I got you. But for what they did, the best they could, it was watchable. It was enjoyable. I even say it was enjoyable, but it wasn't super. It wasn't can't miss for those who not
Agreed.
understanding what super is.
Agreed.
Super is something, you need to watch this. This
Right.
is can't one I think Wonder Man was super.
Wonder Man was absolutely super.
I I think that's something you should watch, even if you don't like superhero content. There's
I feel
enough
like e-
not superhero content
I
in there
feel
to
like
be a good show.
especially if you don't like superhero content, that should be a show that you watch because it deviates from we've always talked about this formula that the MCU has with what they're doing and
Sky
how they're
beams.
introducing and how they're introducing new characters and everything. Wonder Man went so far off the beaten path on not only how you're introducing the character, how you're showcasing their powers, and then just the story that you're telling. It's like we didn't get an origin story of a superhero of, oh, I found out that I have these powers. Oh, I have this call to action that I should be doing something with it, but oh no, I'm not. But something tragic happens to me that pushes me into the spotlight. Now I have this
Right.
big, opponent that I have to beat, and
Right.
now, I'm a superhero now.
There's
It
no
followed
villain in
none of
Wonder
that.
Man.
No, there's no
Yeah.
villain. There's like an antagonizing force, and really that antagonizing force is him trying to keep his powers hidden so he can get a job. Which
You get a job. Oh
honestly
my
is
God.
too real. I'm just trying to make my way through this so I can get hired.
Right. So low. The motivations of the character is so low how they are not relatable. It's like,
Right.
dude, I'm just trying to get a job.
It's like the lowest of low stakes. Like really the only person who had anything to lose was Simon, and that was it. It's like no world is in trouble, no big bad to face, no Skybeam to have to worry about. It's just this one man trying to who loves performing, who
Mhm.
has dedicated his entire life to being a great actor, just wants to get a job. Unfortunate circumstances, he ended up with powers, and before he could make it big, they had another guy that had powers that kind of fucked it up for all of them. And so now he just is trying to make it without having his powers revealed, and they tell that story so beautifully. To say
Yeah.
that Daredevil Born Again had all of these great action set pieces on top of a very bland story, Wonder Man had virtually no action pieces and
None of
an
that.
amazing story.
So that is why it's not super for me.
And I agree.
I'm
I
just
agree.
saying for me. I'm looking forward to seeing season three, though.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I'm
More
interested to
interested in
see
seeing Wonder Man season two.
100% on that. I'm interested to see what they do in season three, since this is going to be what they're filming after they had already done season one and season two. So hopefully, with all
Yeah,
of the criticisms and comments that they got from season one, I don't know if they're still filming now, but hopefully they can
yeah,
take.
yeah. They're in the process now doing
Okay,
three.
so hopefully, if they need to do rewrites, if they need to like touch up the script to kind of like fine tune some things, make it a little bit more cohesive, make it make sense, increase the consistency between the characters and throughout the season, I do think that we may be getting a better quality Born Again in season three, because they left all of that what happened with the first two seasons behind.
Any prediction on the suit?
Sue's gonna go back to red.
Mm, we had a we've had a natural evolving of the suit from the rags and just the beanie over the eyes to
Mm-hmm.
now we're full fledged in the suit and it was red but it got scraped off to black. So maybe a black suit. With Spider-Man about to get that symbiote, black about to be in again. Everybody go want a black suit. Superman, black
Was it
suit,
the red that got
Spider-Man,
scraped
black
off, or
suit.
did he paint it black and the black paint was getting scraped off? That's what I thought it
No, the
was.
red was getting scraped off because his suit was red when he came back. Remember, he was red in the end of season one. But it was more of a realistic because the wear and tear of the suit, the
Yeah,
paint was coming off.
I guess so.
But the good guys
But
dressed in black.
no,
Remember
because
that?
he started season two with a full black suit, and then it started getting
Oh,
more and more red throughout the season.
is that how it went? He
Yeah,
was
because remember when?
stealthy.
Yeah, because remember when we were watching the trailer, he was walking through the hallway with Karen. He was in a black suit.
I remember him being on the ship with a red suit on, though. Maybe a trickery of the light. I don't know. I don't know.
I think.
But he had which was very weird too, because Fisk sitting on the video of Daredevil on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't he just show that when he was saying Daredevil sank the ship? You could have easily just showed the video. He was on the ship.
Because then I think that may have begged an investigation as to why would he go and sink the ship. Because like if
Give a
you have a
shit about the
vigilante,
investigation. You was already moving the guns at night when nobody was out there anyway.
right?
The whole diapers falling was a display. There was nothing on the ship. So the ship was never under an investigation
I don't
until it came out that it fuck you, Daredevil.
know.
That's how this. You get the fuck you. That's what you get.
Well, you all have heard our verdict on whether or not Daredevil Born Again season two was super. Hint, hint, it was not. But let us know what you thought about season two of Daredevil Born
Go
Again.
watch
Did you
Wonder Man.
go watch Wonder Man instead? I won't say instead. I still feel like
You can watch
for
it.
the highs,
Yeah.
watch it. But if you want to
Yeah.
wait, if you were the one of the ones who waited until the entire season came out to watch it all at once, you are smart to do that, because you get to experience it all at once and not have to wait in between weeks. But let us know what you thought
That
about.
may have a difference on it if you binge watch it versus episodically
It's
watching it. You may
possibly
feel
true.
differently about it.
You may,
Yeah.
yeah. You're just
I don't know.
having everything back to back and getting immediate answers to in the next episode of what you have for the previous episode may have may allow you to have a different take on it. But we don't know. Let us also know if you watched it all at once or if you watched it episode by episode when it came out,
Yeah.
with its
That in the
weird
comments.
schedule that it started out with. But
Right?
yeah,
3 episodes and 2 episodes,
yeah, I don't
one
know.
episode. This I don't know.
Whatever. But thank you all for joining us. Remember, if you like this video, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on your favorite podcast streaming platform. And if you want to follow us on social media, just click the link in the description below.
And leave a comment because we read those things when y'all not looking. Y'all not looking. Y'all not looking when we read them. We read them and you're not even aware that we read them.
Might as well be
Period.
blind like Matt Murdock.
I am Daredevil. How you expect the blind man to be? And then he throw his stick. Could have hit anybody. I don't know.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't. I mean, I feel like if Matt can do nothing else, he can throw his walking stick
Throw a stick.
with insane precision.
See, him and Dexter would. I mean, if they're brothers, it would make sense because they're clearly both got hit with the same chemical juice that made the Ninja Turtles.
Just bouncing things all over the place.
Now, like the judges are just sitting there, like, yeah, makes sense.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
if you're Daredevil, yeah, this case can't be tried. Go ahead. Case is dismissed.
With prejudice.
With prejudice,
So it can
so
never
can't be tried again.
It can never be. Why? Just I
I
don't
mean,
know.
and the whole thing about Karen being tried as a vigilante was a farce to begin with. Because I mean, it was like
Yes.
all of the questioning that Matt and Kirsten had was like so valid. It was like, okay, well, Dr. Glenn, you're saying that vigilantes hide behind masks, but it's their outward persona that is the real mask, and it's the mask that they wear while they're, doing their vigilantes.
Yeah,
And
that's their
the
true
real,
self.
that's their true
Yeah.
self. So are you saying that Karen is a vigilante because she doesn't wear a mask? Oh, because she hides behind Daredevil's mask. It's like, that's not the question I ask you. It's like,
At all. At all. It's like you talking about cookies. What are you talking about?
and it's
And then
like,
what crime has she done?
because they really didn't have anything on her except being an associate of Daredevil.
She's been in hiding since season one.
With all of her
She's
bad
been there
wigs. Actually, in season 1, she left. She went to San Francisco.
and didn't come back to the end. So you know what?
The thing that killed me was Hogberg's like, Dr. Glenn, can you read this passage out of your book? And it's like,
I immediately started thinking about Rhodey and Iron Man too. When it's like you expect me to read one passage out of the
right.
whole report.
And this is supposed to be in context for this entire case. It's like, how does that sway any opinion? This is one passage out of a book. Just one sentence. It's like it doesn't with no context.
Yeah.
But
Just
the thing
go
that
ahead and read it.
the thing that really got me was when when the city is trying to storm the courthouse and they're on the steps, Cherry comes up. It's like, look, guys, we don't have to do this. Put your guns down. Just step aside and like we'll be fine. And Powell is like, nah, shoot that guy. And I forget what his like co-captain or whatever the guy was. It was like, but he's one of ours. He was like, I don't care, shoot that guy. And it was like, Angela was saying how, are you going to shoot him like you shot my uncle? And it was like, well, he was a cop killer, and his wife or his sister was like, he would never kill a cop. And just by her saying he would never kill cops, he turns to Powell, is like, you told me he pushed those guys. I was like, that was your hang up? That was all it took for you to go and kill this guy, but then you were 100% behind everything that Powell did, even before you knew Matt was Daredevil. You went to his apartment with fucking battle gear, assault rifles, riot shields to go and kill this man, and you were okay with that. Yeah, never asked why are we storming a blind lawyer's apartment? Because Fisk said so. All right, I'll be right there with you. Got half your flames blown off. But now, because Powell lied to you that Hector killed cops, now all of a sudden I'm a changed man. I turned over a new leaf. That was all it took.
We'll see where he goes in season 3 because he was in jail giving Daredevils a head. What's up, dude?
Yeah, they're like, hey,
like
what's up?
Matt could see him. I guess Matt felt it. It's like, oh yeah, that's you. All right, whatever, man.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in season 3. But like we said, it's probably going to be more Defenders based. And whoever the villain is, if it is the Hand or if it is somebody else, I'm not very well versed with all of Daredevil's Rose Gallery, but we'll see if Dex comes back and if Mr. Charles makes another appearance. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, he'll do something. Shout out to the Ninja Turtles. I just feel as though that needs to be said when you talk about Daredevil.
Shout out to the Ninja Turtles.
That ooze something else, boy.
But we will be back because as of this recording today, the Punisher One Last Kill has dropped. That special presentation on Disney Plus. So our next episode, we will be reviewing Punisher, One Last Kill, and trying to figure out if that is super or not. What has Frank Castle been up to? When exactly does this take place? Because that was one of the things that we were kind of trying to figure out during the.
Spider-Man New Day, after Daredevil, before
Or was it
Daredevil.
before Daredevil season 1 when we run into Frank in season 1? Or is this after he escaped from the AVTF? We don't know, but we'll find out.
After the Battle of New York, before
Some,
the Battle of Wakanda.
somewhere between there. After the Battle of New York and before Doomsday. That's where the story is going to take place.
Yeah, it could be anywhere.
But we'll see what happens with that. And we'll come back and tell you whether or not Punisher One Last Kill is super. But hopefully you will be here to join us as we review that. But once again, thank you all so much for joining us. We appreciate all the love, all the support. We'll see you in the next one. But just remember, until then, keep being super.
Brush your teeth before you go to sleep. Words to live by.